So quick raise of hands. Where are my troublemakers at? The people that are like, it's that person at work. Hands, hands, hands. All right, good, 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 good. I'm glad you're here, and it's my job today to figure out how to get all the rest of you who didn't raise your hands to come join the dark side. So I'm here to talk about the Windows Insider program. So second question, who's heard of it? Hey, oh wow. Y'all are people after my own heart. It's what I get to do every single day. So let's talk about, well, the Insider program is your secret superpower, whether you know you have it or not. So real quick, does this sound like you, right? Tons of machines on your desk. Hands? Yes, yes. Okay, good. Anybody running Insider preview builds at home? Are you the person that's sitting there pressing refresh, waiting for new builds? Are you tweeting at me, yelling at me on the forums, hey, where's my new build, right? Okay, right. So you're actively waiting on new builds. Now, of those of you who raised your hands that you're running them at home, are you running them at work? See, that's what I was afraid of. All right. So let me ask the opposite. Who's running Windows 10 at work? Okay, good. This is a good starting point, right? So are you on new builds or old builds, right? New stuff, good. Okay, anything older than a year? Okay, that's what I figured. Who's still on Windows 7? You're killing me, all right. So part of the reason people don't want to update, right? They think the update cycle is going to be a pain. It's going to break the apps that they have, their line of business apps, all that kind of stuff, right? So the Insider program, besides getting cool stuff for people in retail, there's this whole Whip for Business effort, which is to help enterprise business, big, small, alike, doesn't matter who, get prepped and ready for what we're delivering next, right? On this 6-month cadence, a lot has changed, right? We're not doing this 3-year ship cycle anymore. It doesn't work that way. Your business doesn't work that way. And so we need to get you ahead of time to understand what's coming, know what's coming to release, what features you can incorporate, if there's going to be any changes to the expectations within your environment. And then try to get you off of using yesterday's technology or last month's or last year's or Windows 7, whatever else. So there is definitely an easier way, right? Part of what I'm going to tell you about is how to get there. So a few quick questions, right? Should you be insidering at work if you are not? Because there were some raise your hands. Of course, right? Can you insider at work on your company's setup as long as you don't tell your boss? I'm kidding. Yes, you can. And there are steps, and that's what we're about to cover. So not only do we have the Windows Insider program, right? One last question before, and I'll stop asking questions here. Who knows about the Office Insider program? Okay. All right, not nearly as many people, so we're going to give you some insight into that too, right? Like I mentioned before, it's not 1995 anymore. None of your businesses are operating that way. Well, hopefully not. Microsoft surely isn't. We don't develop software that way. We have changed our software to match the modern experience, right? You just heard about modernized desktops in the last session if you were here. If you haven't, there's plenty of sessions that will cover that, and you will hear it all around this week. Let's talk about our development cycle real quick, right? We do our release planning. It goes to developers and they write the code. We have engineering systems that compile the builds. Nothing surprising so far. There's this whole flighting thing. If you haven't heard about insidering and all this yet, this is where it gets really fun and interesting. Flighting is where we drop builds both internally and externally. We take them through our rings, test the builds, but then we do deployments, both internally and externally, right? You're probably all familiar with deployments, but it's a little bit different in this space in that we're dumping out builds to our own internal rings. But rather than doing coordinated managed deployments like you do currently, we're just dropping it to everybody who's in the Insider program. So our flight rings are your deployments on a massive global scale. Build use and testing is where all the fun and excitement takes place. The things you didn't know about, the things that you figure, hey, are there bugs or the things we need to worry about? This is where you get the first-hand experience and understanding what's coming, and you get to figure out what's next. But it doesn't stop there, because if you find something that doesn't work as expected, right? It wasn't by design, there is an avenue to come and tell us, hey, this isn't what we were expecting, right? So we take this into the feedback hub, which I'll talk more about, and then we do one of two things with it. Problems and suggestions. Problems are the bugs, suggestions are, hey, bring dark mode to File Explorer, which is in this release, by the way. And we take and we work it in, and hopefully it shows up in a future release cycle. But as I mentioned before, it's not just for home users, right? It's a lot easier to do this, right? In one step, hey, you know, I go register on the website, I go click and install it on my machine, you know, you pick which machines you want it on. Doing it in a business environment seems a bit trickier, right? It's like, oh, hey, I don't want to screw up my work network. I'm not trying to break people's workflows, right? There's some special considerations to be done. But rhetorical question here, I don't expect answers. Would you rather do this in a small, isolated manner to know what's coming for your business environment? Or would you rather just push out a broad release and hope that everything goes well, right? Do you want to test in a small, coordinated way, or in using production as your test bed, right? So insider programs are a powerful tool, right? Knowing what's coming next really is the key to seeing into the future, right? If you take a build, deploy a build, you know what's coming. We drop release notes, all this kind of fun stuff. Those of you who have heard of the program or are testing it individually, right, you know about this. But the big point in here is it doesn't cost anything, right? There's nothing to sell. I don't have to get you to subscribe to anything. You don't have to deploy a managed service. I'm not asking you to buy anything at all. When's the last time Microsoft gave you something for free? The Insider program. So again, why be an insider at work? All right. So little crystal ball sitting right here on the screen, right? It really is your crystal ball into the future. If you know what's coming 6 months ahead of time, you have 6-month ramp to work into something, right? We're telling you about the features that are coming. Like I just told you about dark mode for File Explorer, right? Probably not earth-shattering, right? It's hopefully not going to break anything in your workflows, but it's nice to know that something like that's coming. Now, take little changes like that, multiply them, right? You start seeing the scope of, hey, this is what's possible because you get to see it ahead of time. But really importantly, in the business aspect of things, making sure stuff doesn't break, right? Nobody wants to go and do a broad deployment, have their users impacted, productivity drops, right? That's what gets you in trouble, right? On the IT pro side of the world, it unfortunately can be a bit thankless at times, right? You're doing your job. If nobody's yelling at you, you feel kind of successful, right? Like, oh, hey. But when things go wrong, then all of a sudden people start pointing fingers. This helps you get out of that cycle, right? I don't want IT pros. I don't want enterprise devs. I don't want anybody to be on the bad side of the yelling. It's better to be telling people what's coming as opposed to be on the receiving end of, oh, hey, you broke something, now go fix it. Here's a ton of help desk tickets. Gathering feedback. Not only do we gather feedback from the builds that we send out, but we have created a way for those who use an AAD setup and you register your domain into the program, you can actually have your own feedback system where anybody that you have testing builds on their daily machines, or if they use secondary machines, whatever you choose, they file their feedback and you have a one-stop shop to look at the feedback. You can see what applications people are complaining about. Hey, things that aren't working as expected. They've gone through and done some validation and their workflow works well, doesn't work so well, and identify those trends along the way throughout the entire development cycle. And then, of course, like I said, it's peeking into the future, so if you have future projects and things that you are planning, right, it gives you a chance to start working on those early. So like one of my favorite things in the past few cycles of Windows 10 has been Fluent, right? So all of the changes, the highlights, the shadows, all this fun stuff that's coming. Right? Especially if you are an enterprise dev and you want to incorporate some of this cool look and feel into your applications, it helps to know about it ahead of time. That way you can include the codes, you can connect into the APIs, rewrite whatever snippets you need to add, and have it ready day one, week one, even month one, depending on whatever your release cycle is internally, without saying, okay, I know this release is here, and then waiting 6 months to deliver something to somebody. So I'll mention the rings, so let's talk about those real quick. So both for retail users as well as anybody in the Whip for Business effort, we have 3 core rings: fast, slow, and then release preview, which I like to call the pumpkin spice latte ring because it's just very, very laid back. So each audience gets progressively larger. Build tolerance for, let's just say, risky things of the quality of the builds that we release, the bar jumps ring by ring by ring. So if you're in the fast ring, the bar is lower than it would be in the slow ring, right? So potential for more bugs, you might see some reset issues and things like that. Slow ring is what I would call a very safe place. The type of bugs that make it into the slow ring won't break your machine. I think in the 4 years, just shy of 4 years that we've been doing this, I don't think we've had any we have to reset machines build bugs that have made it into the slow ring. It's a pretty good track record. I'll take it. And then last but not least, release preview. So release preview is the You get the app updates, you get the driver flights that we do, right? Because it's not just us, right? We're partnering with a bunch of OEMs, bring in the stuff that they're testing, and it gives people a chance to see, hey, what's coming along in this space as well. This particular ring gets the retail release approximately 2 weeks before you go globally with it, so it's kind of an indicator of, hey, there's something coming, right? But in the space for enterprise, corporate, business, etc. Let's jump to the next slide. We recommend starting with slow, right? If somebody wants to go and implement this and have fast builds coming in, by all means, don't let me stop you. But because of the pace that we release slow builds, fast gets built about once a week, and slow is about once a month. And like I mentioned, release preview gets the monthly cumulative updates, apps, driver flights, and then gets the big release right before we actually go global with it. So we say having about 1% of your devices in your particular setup in the program. And of course, if you're a shop that's 20 people, right? Let's just say there's 20 machines, 1%, you're gonna be at one machine, right? So a lot of it depends on the scale, how willing you are to invest into the program. But a lot of it really is about making yourself look like a superhero, right? If you know what's coming and you're preventing your enterprise, your company, whoever, from breaking, or you're catching stuff ahead of time, the more that you know, the better off that you'll be. So I've talked a lot about this, what's coming, what's changing, how to do this, the rings, and all that kind of stuff, right? The actual core aspects of it. But getting started, right? So for those of you who didn't raise your hands about, either knowing about the program or running it on an individual basis, if you want to go home on your one machine and use this as a starting place and do it at your own little test bed, right? Insider.windows.com, super easy. Register your Microsoft account there. That has that registered Microsoft account. You then take it and put it on a single machine, 2 machines, however many machines you want, right? It's not going to propagate to every machine that MSA is attached to for the very specific reason that you probably don't want builds going to all of those machines. You have to actually go in to the settings panel and say, send it to this machine, right? You have complete control over that. And then, of course, the actual closing the loop part is what actually drives the changes back into Windows. If you install a build and you hit some unexpected workflow or you have a bug that you've encountered, if we don't know about it, there's a good chance we may not be able to fix it. And all of this, of course, happens in scale. Because, hey, if we got a reset bug that's affecting 200,000 machines, we're going to know about it. The telemetry will come in and it'll tell us. We'll get lots of tweets about it. Answers forum will pile up with posts, right? There'll be a lot of information in the feedback hub. But if you're using a specific device type, let's say, an Asus 17-inch screen with a particular graphics card, and every time you toggle between apps, the screen blinks black for a second. I don't know how many machines in the world exist with that particular setup. So anything that you hit, it is important to come back and tell us. Feedback gets parented, it gets collated, each individual team, so everything from Stack, Sigma, base team that owns the kernel, right? All these teams together are looking at their feedback and making changes based upon everything that's coming in, whether you're doing it on an individual level or you're doing it in a business level. So let's actually talk about the business side of things. Same starting point, insider.windows.com. Register with your corporate credentials and register your domain. That way we know that you are then the admin of running this within your particular organization. So applying the policies, because in this type of environment, right, you want to have a controlled user group. You want to know who's using it on their machines. Individuals can still be doing it, and they wouldn't show up in this way, right? If I'm using a personal MSA on a machine, it's not going to show up, within your corporate sandbox, so to speak. But you can do it through GPOs, so group policy. You've got MDM settings if you're running MDM, as well as Intune. So these were all features that when Wit for Business was first implemented, we took some feedback, right? Especially on the Intune side of things, there was a lot of feedback that came in and say, hey, I've got Intune, I would love to be able to manage it this way. So we made a lot of changes and revisions over the past 12 to 14 months to try to capture all the feedback, not only on the builds themselves, but on how our program was architected. And then, of course, install the builds, right? You're not going to be able to test anything if you don't actually have the builds coming into the machines. So again, you have your own little sandbox that is coordinated however you want. You control the number of machines. You can control complete access as to who gets in, because again, it's your domain that's registered in. And then bring in the builds, and then you can actually end up creating your own rings internally. But we'll talk about that later. And I did mention the Office Insider program, right? I've been really focused on Windows so far, but Office does the same thing. So it's really, think about it being the same thing, but just on the Office side of the house, right? Early access to preview builds, right? Still use it within your corporate structure. Multi-platform support, so it's not just on desktop, it's also on mobile. Yes, we support Windows Insider program on Mac. And then again, both on the individual level, so if any of you have this on a home machine and you want to try it, you can give it a go. Or if you would like to set this up within your particular company, you can do that as well. But, what? Okay, so I've talked a lot about the IT, kind of the IT pro side of things, right? Getting builds, getting them in the house, right? But there's more to it, obviously, than just saying, hey, my workflow is going to break. I'm going to break user productivity. There's the entire development side of things, right? For any of you who happen to be enterprise developers, we've got a lot for you, too. Vivek.
Hey, guys. I'm Vivek. I'm here to talk about enterprise devs and what the Insider program can offer for the enterprise devs. How many of you guys are developing apps for your business or for in-house? Show of hands. No. Oh, yeah, there are a few here. Great. And who are developing apps outside? This is a policy which we are trying to do as part of the Insider program for developers in general. So when we say we are enterprise developers, join the Insider program for getting the new features and capabilities, as Jason said. This also helps you build new features, like for last year when we released Timeline, a lot of app developers were able to get the SDKs and APIs released by the Insider builds. So use that to build your apps. You also get pre-release APIs to test out your applications and how it can be integrated with the new builds of Windows 10. So this has been what we have been telling about, is to be part of the Insider program to get all these features. But we want to do something more. What we learned through 4 years of running our Insider program, we want to share it with you, and we want you guys to follow that as a template. So we are asking you to not only be part of the Insider program, but also do something called insidering. You may say, what is the difference between insidering and being an insider? They're not the same, but we want you to do both. But what is insidering? Insidering is just running your own Insider program. Like how we run our Windows Insider program, we want you to run for your apps and for your enterprise apps an Insider program itself. So there are 4 steps in doing so. The first is flighting builds. How do you flight builds for your apps? So if your app is in the Windows Store, if your LOB app is in the Windows Store, you can create user groups, you can create packages, you can do gradual package rollout, similar to what we do in the Insider ring. You can have fast ring users, fast ring package rollout, slow ring users and slow package rollout, and gradual rollout where you can move all your users into the latest build of your app. You can do that if your app is in the store. If you have an LOB app in the Windows Store, you can do that. The next step which you can do is get feedback. So we use the Feedback Hub, which Jason spoke about, to get our feedback. But the Feedback Hub can be integrated with your app. With a simple line of code, you can actually launch Feedback Hub for your app. So you don't have to build a new feedback system for collecting feedback from your users. You can directly integrate it with Feedback Hub, and you will get a portion of the Feedback Hub and the entire infrastructure to support your app's feedback. So your customers can give you feedback on this, and you get to view that in the Dev Center, as well as outside on the Feedback Hub itself in your apps node. You can also mark like how we do in Feedback Hub when we are working on a problem. We can say, okay, we are investigating the issue and resolving, and other users can see it. The same thing can happen to your app. So this can be your feedback mechanism system, which your enterprise can use. Or you can pipe these feedback into your issue management system and tackle it from there. The next step which we do is we respond to feedback through Twitter, to Feedback Hub, through email and everything. You can do the same. You can reply back to your feedback comments. You can email your people, and as well as give app notifications when a feedback is addressed. And the last one is building a community. We have built a community of insiders. You should build the same for your apps. And we have infrastructure which can help you support it for your enterprise apps. Talk to us, and we can help you get started. Go to aka.ms/insiderdevs for getting more details. So this is how you run a Euro Insider program for your apps. And that helps you follow the same methodology which we have followed, and we have documented it so that you guys can follow it as a template so that you can get more feedback for your apps. Lastly, I want to talk more about what offers we have for modern enterprise devs. One of the things which we are pushing for this year is the progressive web apps. We, as an insider program, we are working with the developer network to build an insider progressive web app which will replace our website moving forward. And that's going to be an open source project where we are going to teach people how to write progressive web apps, as well as get insiders involved so that we can build an app for you guys. Also start taking advantage of for our MSIX deployments. We have a lot of sessions happening for MSIX in the Ignite. Please take a look at it. It actually enhances your app deployment. We also have announcements on WinML and graph integration so that your apps can take full advantage of the latest features of Windows 10, including timeline and integration with Office and Azure. There are a lot of sessions, and our booth is we also have a lot of talking points in our booth. Please join us, and we can go over them too. We want to say that we want to leverage your existing investments and enhance them and modern and deploying your app in a more productive way. And that's one of our goals for enterprise devs, and Insider program is part of it. And with that, we want to wrap it up. Where's Jason? Jason? OK. He's busy. So this is a reference slide with all the content which Jason presented. And this is where you take your photo, take your phone out, take a photo, because these links have all the talking points which we discussed. And each of them goes in depth. We also have tell us what you want to see next from the Insider program. Just go to WIP Ignite suggestions. Also tell us your story. We want to hear from you guys. We'll be at the booth under the teamwork on my right. You come and talk to us, give us your story, talk to us, tell us your story, so that we can build Windows together. There are other advanced core sessions happening up. This was a 101 session, kind of. We have a Windows Insider program for business, setting your own rings, which goes in depth on talking about the GPU and MDM settings. That's tomorrow at Breakroom 3357. We also have a crystal ball for Microsoft features, where we are opening up about what are the new features coming up for Windows, Office, Azure. We are going to have representatives from all these different orgs coming and talk to you guys about what the new features are. Jason is going to have a Mixer webcast live from our booth on Thursday at 11 a.m. You guys are free. Please come and join us. You guys can be on the live webcast, and Jason will talk to you guys about it.
Okay. So real quick before you're done, something I do want to mention, right? I understand like a lot of this talk was kind of high level. As again, as he mentioned, it was a one-on-one. We do have machines, so if you see the orange teamwork banner not too far over there, our booth is almost directly underneath it. You'll see a branded sign that says Microsoft Insider Programs. Office is on the right, Windows is on the left. We have demo machines that go through and demo the different ways. So whether you're doing it through Intune or you're using GPOs, right? I don't want you to walk away feeling like, oh, we teased you with this stuff and you don't understand it. It doesn't really make sense kind of on paper. I'm a visual learner. Some of you probably are as well. It helps to actually see it so you would understand the process, so you can actually go and get started. The breakout session listed here will actually demo it kind of almost live real time for you. But if you want to kind of whet your appetite and see, because it's a video that actually kind of steps through it step by step, literally with all the clicks and everything, stop by our booth, come check it out. And then actually you can get some of that kind of visual hands-on direct session in this next session.
All right, thank you. And we'll be hanging out here for any
you got
further
questions, come up and ask.
Yeah.